What's going on, guys? Luc Santos here with Vital MX. Today we're out at Cahuilla Creek Motocross riding my 2024 YZ450F project bike. And this is something a little bit different for me. I'm usually a KTM guy. I have been for almost a decade now, but something just sparked a fire inside me and I was like, I want to build a cool Yamaha 450 and do some chassis things that will make it handle a little bit better, the suspension and clamps, but then also not get too crazy with it, not spend a ton of money. And then really what we've come out with is this bike sitting behind me. So I really haven't rode this new chassis more than maybe 4 or 5 laps until today. So I'm going into it completely open, and I'm pleasantly surprised with the outcome of the bike. So starting with the Enzo suspension, that was kind of the one thing that I was like, all right, this is where I want to go. This is who I want to have do it, because I know that they spend so much time with research and development on these bikes. And of course, I did the Kashima uppers and the DLC lowers to give it that bling. But really, it's so nice how plush you can make this bike and this suspension, but yet you still can withstand so much holdup. There's a couple high-speed sections here that you're going fast down a hill and you can really push hard into it, and typically you'll get to that that bottom part of the stroke and you'll have some type of kickback or something. And on this bike, man, even on the really big hard hits, it still has holdup, but then all the little chatter and the small bumps still has that plushness. So really pumped with that. Now, the X-Tricks, I have them on a 24 offset on the stem, right? So it's a bit more raked out. I did my first moto, went back through a couple turns on the shock to raise it up a little bit to get a little bit more weight on that front end. The length of the bike, right, the straight line stability is incredible. I'm able to, go down the hills, go through the rollers really comfortably. But I was noticing, getting into the corner and the exit of the corner, the front end was trying to, walk on me a little bit. So throwing those 2 turns in on the shock helped. I think after today, I'm still gonna keep riding this bike and I wanna continue to do some more. I am gonna play around with the 22 offset option as well, because I wanna see how that compares. And it's cool to have that option and be able to change the stem, which, 22 or 24. And I really do like it at the 24 setting with the flex bar mounts. The whole cockpit of the bike is incredible. I'm really stoked with that. So on a 450, I've never been one to go and get an ECU. I wanted to play around first with the the GYTR Power Tuner app, so I did that today. I tried the smooth linear, the linear torque map, and I ended up actually just really liking the smooth linear. I felt like the bike handled underneath me really well, but it wouldn't make me too tired. Still had enough. But it didn't, you didn't have that moment where you're breaking loose, right? So we put the FMF 4.1 system on there, adds a bit more bar, a bit more bottom end. So I wanted to kind of like combat that, smoothen the bike out, make it handle well, and not be where you're getting on the gas and you're upsetting the ergos of the bike and the chassis. So with the pipe, the smooth linear mapping, those are the only power differences I've made to it. Haven't touched the motor, but we did do the full Hinson clutch system in there, and then also the Brembo, the GYTR hydraulic conversion. So obviously being a KTM guy, spending a lot of time on those, having the hydraulic clutches, that was something that I wanted to carry over for some, having a similar feeling, but that also, I'm not a big fan of the cable clutch. So put the GYTR kit on there. I really do like that hydraulic feel. I think the engagement is nice. I've heard from different people that it can be a little on-off, and so that's what I was a little bit hesitant of, seeing today, if it was going to have a nice, delivery, and that it did. So I'm really pleased with that. Something I found interesting that I did notice on my previous 5 laps I spun on a YZ450 a couple months ago was, no matter how I shake it, I always seem to find that I'm standing on the foot peg mounts. So when I'm on the balls of my feet, I can feel that little arch in there. And so I don't know if that's a rider error or just something with those peg mounts. That's something I want to look into, see if there's anything I can do about that or change. A little bit annoying that that happens, but then again, the pegs, I did do a Raptor titanium peg, 5 down, 5 back. Really like that. I mean, those things are sharp as razor blades. I don't think you could have anything better. And so, yes, love the pegs, but I don't like the peg mount. So that's something I want to look into and see what I can do to make that better. And of course, I had to do, you know, the deep blue theme, the blue seat from Moto Seat, the blue, the full blue plastic kit, the all blue wheels, the great decal MX kit. You know, I love the blue rim and blue hub and blue sprocket. Like, just really leaning into the whole Blue Crew side of it. I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well really go all out. So I think the bling items on the bike, you know, matching with the FMF 4.1 system, the hydro clutch, the Kashima forks, the DLC lowers, the Hinson clutch, it all really comes together nicely. And I think that this bike behind me is top-notch looking nonetheless. So another cool thing about this bike is this is one of my premium bike rentals with Factory Motocross Vacations. So if you would like to ride this bike, if you want to try it, if you're interested in, you know, what this suspension is like for yourself, you're welcome to rent it for the day. So drop me a line on factorymotocrossvacations.com. All right, guys, to wrap it up, I'm thoroughly pleased with this bike today. I've said it to the boys a couple times today that I want to go buy one of these for myself, build another one up. I really do enjoy it. I really like the comfort that I was able to have, but then also have the hold up and, you know, the bottoming resistance. It is a really fun bike. I like that you can, you know, do the mapping on the app. I really enjoy the KYB fork. So it was a fun day, and it opened my eyes as to the different, you know, not being just set on riding one bike, right? Ride different bikes, try different things, ride different suspension, because in the big picture, you're gonna learn more and you're gonna understand what you like more. So I learned a lot today. I'm stoked with the bike that I built. I really appreciate the people that help out. And so if you guys like this content, make sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned for more.